What's happening, YouTube? Welcome to the Mr. Winslow channel. I am Mr. Winslow, your host, of course, and today we are going to have a very fun and informative video blog. This video blog is going to focus on how to survive a zombie invasion, and without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? Zombie invasions are capable of ruining your weekend, they are capable of ruining a good night's sleep, and they are also capable of ruining the environment. Zombies are basically undead like vampires, yet zombies can attack you 24/7. Vampires typically attack you at night. Zombies are pests to everyone else except them. I doubt very seriously that Count Dracula would invite zombies to his next monster mash. And I doubt very seriously that the werewolves would say, you know what, we need to have a zombie as our guest speaker. No, zombies are pests to everyone, including other monsters. The only people that zombies are not pests to are themselves. And number three, zombies are rotting, smelling, lumbering dumbasses that would rather feast on your flesh than have possession of Warren Buffett's bank account. Zombies are super stupid. They are not renowned for their intellect. However, 1 to 10 zombies is negotiable. We can deal with 1 to 10, and that's all there is. However, all it takes is for a zombie to bite a living person, and that living person will become a zombie. Zombies, for this reason, multiply exponentially. It is very easy for one zombie to turn into a plague. How do you stem the tide, Mr. Winslow? How do you successfully combat the zombies if you live in an urban environment? Because most zombie movies that we've seen take place in places that have huge warehouses that are bristling with state-of-the-art weapons. How do you combat those zombies in an urban environment? Deeper still, what can you use in your very home to combat the zombies in a zombie invasion? And how do you survive a zombie invasion? Well, I have the answer to all of those questions. Number one, weaponize yourself. Weapons come in one of two categories. You have firearm weapons and you have sweat-powered weapons. A firearm weapon looks like this. This would be ideal in using it against a zombie. This is a Taurus subcompact Millennium 40 caliber pistol. It is semi-automatic. It has a very good safety feature, and it is excellent to use in the event we have a zombie invasion. You can also use this weapon right here. This is a SOCOM 16 battle rifle. It fires a .308 round, and it can definitely make short work of a zombie. Let's suppose you don't have those firearm weapons. Well, you can still use this weapon right here. This simple hammer can be used to bash in a zombie skull. I recommend that you use this in the back portion of the skull. Not on the neck, but in the back part of the skull, because that is where the bone is thinner. And you can definitely crack that zombie's head wide open like a walnut. If you don't want to use that, you can use this tool. This is a screwdriver. Mechanics love to use these, and you can also learn to love to use it in case you get into a close quarter confrontation with a zombie. Simply take the screwdriver, thrust it into the zombie's ear, give a quick twist as you thrust, and the zombie will drop like a wet bag of shit. You can also use the thrust and twist in the zombie's eye, the zombie's nose, the zombie's ear with a simple screwdriver. You can use this weapon right here, a closet rod. You use this to hang up your jackets, your coats, your shirts. I placed tape on one end and I shortened it. And this can definitely be used against the zombie. You can use this to thrust the zombie's nose into its brain, or you can use it as a billy club and bash that zombie's head in like you're bashing in a baby seal. So definitely you can use that. Always remember that weaponizing yourself is job one when it comes to dealing with zombies and zombie invasion. The second thing you need to keep in mind, keep nourished. So that means have food that you could eat on the move and have water that you could drink on the move. You definitely want to make sure that your health is up when you are in a zombie invasion, because lack of nourishment is going to lead to lack of life. You're not going to be as alert, you're not going to be as aware, and you will make mistakes. Those mistakes can prove to be fatal. So weaponize yourself, keep nourished, have food that you can eat on the move, water that you could drink on the move, and finally, seek out people because there is safety in numbers. Seek out people that are like you because you can pool your resources and pool your minds together and use those resources and use those ideas to wage a highly successful war against the army of the dead. In closing, YouTube community, do keep in mind that if we ever have a zombie invasion, you definitely want to make sure that you are prepared. You may live in an apartment, you may live on the street, but nonetheless, there are things that you can use to successfully combat the zombies. Remember, a zombie is not your friend. A zombie is not someone that you want to play patty cake with. A zombie is very dangerous. Even though they lumber about and they look about as dumb as a box of rocks, they can definitely fuck you up. If they bite you, if they so much as give you a small bite, or even if you ingest their blood or their bodily fluid, you run the risk of becoming a zombie yourself. This is something that you definitely don't want to have on your hands. You do not want to become one of the undead. So, with that in mind, definitely keep in mind that zombie invasions are things that can be successfully destroyed if you have the mind and the mindset to use the topics we talked about to dispatch them. Until next time, YouTube community, God bless. Oh, oh, it's just a flesh wound.